Good evening.
What was that?
So the Crypt Keeper. Anyway, hi guys. just saying hello in a movie way.
I see.
That was what I was trying to do. It's Dave and Wemi. We're doing Real Thoughts again. This time,
Selma.
your hair?
Selma.
Oh, it looked like you were just pointing to your hair.
No.
This time, Selma. So, Selma is a chronicle of Martin... Oh no, it changed. There it is.
Yeah.
A chronicle of Martin Luther King's campaign to secure equal voting rights via an epic march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama in 1965.
I was going to say 63.
Man, we...
Anyway,
Anyway,
we just went through this. I don't do dates.
It's fine. Let's just carry on.
Okay.
So, it was given a 7.7 out of 10. Fantastic rating. What?
Yeah.
What?
It's a biography, drama, and history.
It sure is. I was getting to the cast, yeah. So we got David Oyelowo.
Oyelowo.
Almost, and then Carmen.
I love that he's Nigerian. It makes me feel so proud.
He's British.
Yeah, but he's also Nigerian. It's funny because he was on the Oprah show and he was talking about his mom when he the first major movie he did.
Okay.
She was like, David, I am so proud of you. You are good. And he was just like imitating her and it was hilarious. Because I was like, oh, that is such a Nigerian mother thing.
We also have Carmen Ejogo. Is that Ejogo?
Yeah.
Or Ejogo? It's a J.
I know.
Is it
I think it'd be Ejogo, yeah.
Tim Roth, Lorraine Toussaint goes on. There's a whole bunch. You got Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? There's too many. The
top bills. Yeah.
There's huge, but those were the top build.
Common's in it. Man, I just love me some Common. Common.
Who's Common?
Oh, the life I live.
Quit
I know
whining.
you don't know.
Quit
Common.
whining.
He was the pastor with the
I know
little
him.
hat.
I didn't know him. Who was the guy?
He's a rapper. He's a famous rapper.
Yeah, he's not that famous.
He actually is.
I've heard of lots of rappers.
Okay.
I've never heard of him.
Okay.
So what about the guy who led the march? One of the two marches. The older fella, bigger guy. Do you know him?
Oh, I don't know his name, but he's in a lot of
stuff.
Yeah.
He's the dad in Suits of Rachel. But anyway. So, what did you think of Selma?
Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I loved it because it was my...
She loved it, guys.
It was great to see a movie detail a specific time during the Civil Rights Movement. That's what I love about it.
As opposed to
a lot of Civil Rights movies cover the full Civil Rights Movement, or they'll cover like Martin Luther King Jr.'s life the whole way, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life. They'll cover his whole life, or they'll cover like Malcolm X's whole life, but they rarely ever cover specific events in a full movie.
In a more detailed movie.
Yeah. So I loved that because I feel like there's a lot in the Civil Rights Movement that we don't really know about because A, we don't get taught in schools, and B, when we do have movies, we get snippets of it. So you don't really understand like how important each event was to the full movement.
Yeah, and all the kind of passion, everything that went into these movements and these specific episodes, I guess, or whatever. Yeah. It was a really good movie. It was really well done.
Wait, I didn't finish. I just realized that. I'm sorry, I didn't though.
Go ahead.
I think the actors. I think David Oyelowo did a great job. What I loved is he was really able to get Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s voice.
It's not the end of the world. His name was still Martin Luther King Jr.
I know. Dr. King, there. He was able to get Dr. King's voice really well. And I think that was, like, great. Because a lot of movies, when they play like, important people, sometimes they don't get the person's voice. So they just use their own voice with an accent.
Right, so they don't maybe not even try, as hard.
Yeah, but I feel like if I played his speeches next to Dr. King's speeches, like, it'd be very close, and I think I was really impressed by that. I was also impressed by, again, just the way they really, really gave the details of each, person. Like, the people that were like, oh, that person's not important, but then at the end you found out, that person actually did, suffer because of this. Like the white lady at the end, because they showed her a couple times during the movie. She didn't get any, I don't think she even really said a word. Nope. But then they wrote text at the end that, hey, this person died because of this movement.
Or the white pastor.
Yeah.
They focus on that, and not to be like, hey, it's about white people too. But yeah, like they just tied those aspects
individual stories, and like the kid who got shot,
exactly.
For example, like they tied in little people's lives and just really saw, like, we were able to see how it impacted their lives,
right? And they were real, like, this is what I think is important, is like when it was covering a single event, the little details were around that single event, whereas the movies that are around the whole movement, the little things are like the whole Selma March, right? Like, so it's like, when that's just a little detail, you can't get into these personal stories, which are mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's like, because it's crazy. You forget about the people that were impacted by these things. You forget about the lives that were lost. You forget about the people whose names aren't in history books,
right?
Who did, help Dr. King. You forget about those people because no one knows their name today. And yeah, so anyways, that's kind of my take on the movie as a whole. On just, the directing was great. Great directing. I can't remember her name right now, but great job, lady. You did an awesome job.
And like I can only kind of compound onto what Wemi said. Is it was a really well done biopic, I think, is the best way to put it. Like, just the way they are able to express the magnitude of the intense passion, I think. Intense passion, both on, from African American side, like from blacks trying to get out of the suppression, but also from the extremely racist and like terrible white oppressors. Because they did capture that really well. That was less detail, obviously, but like, it was very interesting. Like the governor, the governor, like those kinds of conversations, because you got to think that some of those are
politics behind it.
Yeah, and you got to think that some of those, like in the movie, they're a bit scripted, might be made up, but I bet a lot of those are recorded, factual things. Yep. Like, they just happened, and it's unreal. Like those things, and like the portrayal of like the sheriff, like the things that were done in secrecy. Mm-hmm. Sure, you don't know 100%, but based on the outcome that you know, it's just like those types of things were happening, and it's mind-boggling. It's crazy. It's scary to think that people had thought like that, and people probably still continue to think like that. And that's actually, it's not even probably.
They people do, because we see them on our YouTube channel.
And you guys can just go away. But everyone else, we love you. But it's unreal. It just. I can't even like put into words like the emotion that kind of comes with it all.
David and I were talking yesterday, or was it today? I'm not sure. About the fact that it's scary to know that our humanity can come together as a whole. Not as a whole, I should take that back.
As a large group.
Groups, large groups, and just be like, we don't like this, and we are going to treat these people this way. Yeah. Because that applies to slavery, it applies to segregation, it applies to like anti-Semitic movements, it applies to all of those things, and it's just crazy that like we think like, not we, some people think that's okay, and they go ahead and do it. Just like, that scares me, that our, like, the human brain can just be like, you know what, that's okay, we're gonna do this, and they actually do it.
Yeah, like we're all humans, we're all part of humanity, and like, how can you treat group? It's just
a whole. We're also watching this series, The Book of Negroes. I'm not sure if it airs in the States, but it's definitely like a Canadian. The book itself, the book has a different name in the States because he wasn't able to release under the name The Book of Negroes in the States. Yeah. But it's by Lawrence Hill. If you Google Lawrence Hill, the book's called The Book of Negroes, I think everywhere else but the States. You guys can check it out. It's an awesome book, and it recently became a miniseries here in Canada. So if you can get access to it, watch it. Really, really great depiction and just awesome. Sorry. Let's get back to the movie.
So, rating.
Rating, 10 out of 10. That, I don't do that, but if I could, I would. 5 out of 5. Go see it right away. Go, like, drop your coffee. Once you're done watching our video, get out to theaters and go watch it.
Okay. Like, it's 5 out of 5. Is it the same as 10?
It's a 5 out of 5.
You just have a scale. Yeah, no, definitely 5 out of 5, and I think this is probably, well, it's by far. Oh no, she just spilled.
No, I didn't. It was just my lipstick. Sure.
It's by far the first, it's the first movie that hasn't been a action movie that give it a 5 out of 5. Because usually when I encourage people to go see it in theaters, it's usually because it's like, you know what, like there's action, there's noise that you just don't get the same flavor at home. This is like, you just need to see this absolutely as soon as possible, just because you need to get a perspective. If you don't already have one, if you have one, great, still go see the movie. It's a great movie. But gain this new perspective, gain this deeper understanding of, you know, what life was like 50 years ago, which is crazy.
That's crazy too. Like, that wasn't that long ago. I was telling Dave as well. People that were alive during that situation, a lot of them are still alive today. Like, the young people then are still alive today. So it's just crazy that, like, it wasn't that long ago that this stuff happened. And like Dave said, like, it's a matter of, just understanding our humanity. When we went to watch it yesterday, like, the theater was packed. We went for the earlier show, sold out.
Oh, okay, I was like, it was kind of full.
Went to the earlier show, it was sold out, so we had to, like, buy tickets for the next show and, like, go have dinner and stuff and pass time. But it was just great to see that people are supporting, people are watching and really getting to know these little stories that took place during that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so is that about it for
I think so. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it.
Yeah. Alrighty. That's it. So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.